Hi, everybody. Good night. Happy to be here. Thanks, Mike, for the invite.
You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Hello and welcome, everybody. I didn't unmute myself. I clicked the unmute, but it didn't unmute, so I didn't click. Hello, welcome, everybody. Once again, I'm joined by Lizzie Alisea. Apologies. Great start to this season. Welcome. The guys in the truck are nailing it.
Yep.
But you had the lovely music and Lizzie to join you, so it's okay. Mike had no mic. It's a true statement. But we're here once again. Sorry, guys. GT3 Mixed Class Series. Welcome, everybody. This is the GT3 and GT4 Mixed Class Series, not just GT3. Obviously, it's mixed. Welcome, everybody in chat. Of course, we have John Hawley being the first one tonight. That's a first, I think, for that. Got Ghost to Motorsports, Jeremy Cubbage redeeming the Jeremy redeeming the Hydra. Holly, anyways. Clearly need more caffeine.
The hydrates already? Yep.
Need more caffeine is the clear answer to that. Doc Milwee, welcome. Provolone, everybody, welcome. Mazzano and Marjan, everyone that is here. Thank you. Scott. Jeremy Cubbage dropping a subscription, as well as Lizzie Alisea, who's in the booth with me. So thank you, Lizzie, for dropping a subscription while in the booth as well.
Welcome.
So yes, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. And here's to Mike without a mic. But we have a mic at this point, so we're all good. Yeah, once again, apologies for that, everybody. That was uncharacteristic from the guys in the truck, to say the least.
Yeah, they just wanted you muted. Then
Do
they
you
wanted
blame
you to
them?
do the talking tonight. Yes.
Oops. The funky beats are starting a little prematurely. Devin Anthony in chat, welcome. We are already in the session as it stands. Qualifying is rolling, so we are going to hop over to that. We'll be back, though, of course. We head over here into the booth. Or out of the booth into the session. As we pull up the timing charts here, we see Justin Beachley topping it in the GT4s as it stands. He is going to be driving the Beach GT AMG. Now, this is going to be quite the season, I will say. Everybody loves a little mixed class action, and we have 15 GT4s, 16, 17 GT4s on track. And I can do the math here. 36 cars in general, so I'll let you do the math.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's
quite a mixed class for sure.
And especially here at Zandvoort, it's going to be extremely dicey at times when we're dealing with this lap traffic, as the lap traffic is going to come fast. These laps are not long laps here at Zandvoort. Of course, 2.6 miles, not the shortest lap either. It's getting close, though. 2.6 miles, of course, located in Zandvoort, Netherlands, in the dunes out in Zandvoort. Founded back in 1948, and the current layout, of course, since 2020 when Formula One went there and made their changes, so it was nice and safe for them. 14 corners, 4 to the left, 10 to the right, and almost no elevation change, 9 meters in total. Most of that elevation change, of course, is going to be through this corner right here, Schivloch. We head around that into Masters. It's a very, very fun, twisty, tight corner sequence, and Justin Beachley is currently navigating it the best out of anyone. And thank you, Melly, for the follow. Much appreciated. Can hear Blue in the truck laughing. Yes, laughing at my failures. It's all good. Jeremy Cubbage with a full onboard lap. Who would you like to see? David.
Let's go.
Who's in the pits?
Yeah, he is in the pits.
We'll come back to that one.
Yep.
How's it going, Aaron? Yes, of course. David Alisea. No relation whatsoever to Lizzie Alisea in the booth, obviously. Definitely not her brother or anything.
We're not, yeah, I'm adopted, remember?
I wasn't trying to be rude. You didn't have to pull the card.
Well, he's always saying that on the chat, so I'm allowed to say it now.
There's a time and place for everything, Lizzie. Anyways, moving on. David Alicea, we'll see if he comes back out on track. I'm actually not sure he will. Yeah, during the race at some point. Okay, sounds good. As I think he had a premature end to his qualifying there as he's down in 14th position. We see cars queuing up now. The GT3 is getting ready to roll out on track. Jacob Cunningham here in the insert name Alpine. Simcast Racing, of course. He is now rounding. He's going to be one of the next ones to finish his lap. Coming in through Sector 3 into the windy bits. Through Kumo next. You can pop on board with him here. This is a very flowing sector. In a GT3 at least. A GT4, it's a bit of a hack. It just kind of is what it is here. You're all over the throttle. As he was very smooth on it, though. Cunningham coming on to the start-finish straight and dives into the pits. Marcus Rogers will be the next on a valid lap to complete. He is at 10th up. How much does he have through the final turn complex? Now the final turn. Comes across the line. Gains a position there over Adam King. 0.6 off of the Delta. It's going to be a 1:45.5 for him. DeMarcus going to be fairly happy with that result, I would imagine. Actually up to P4, my bad. Jacob Church with an invalid lap comes across the line nonetheless in the one bigly. Oh! Got it. He would have got it stopped in time anyways. Jacob Church, surgical in his placement of that car, especially when coming to the rear bumper of another. The first GT3 on a lap, though, is going to be Porshikov. Andrei Porshikov in the Ferrari. Heading now towards the very, very twisty, windy, and high-speed Scheiblock corner here. Downshifts twice into third. You can hear the crackling of the exhaust as they come into Masters Bend now. Clips the apex. The car looking extremely planted through turn 9. Little bit of a lockup. It looked like that might have been lag. As he comes through the hairpin of the 10th corner there and accelerates onto what would be a DRS straight in the Formula 1, but just the little tiny straight here. Brakes at the transition in the curbing, I suppose we'd call that, into the very tight, twisty, and easy to invalidate hairpin there. He does manage to keep it all valid so far in through the penultimate corner now, using all the track, getting a little bit of a wiggle. It's going to compromise the speed onto the start-finish straight. Luckily, it's quite the short one here. Comes across the line. What's it going to be? It's definitely going to be pole position, and it's a 1:35.6 for Andre. Times now rolling in, and nobody up to that time just yet. That's for sure. My goodness.
Yeah, and Jeremy asking if the race is going to be dark tonight.
That's a great question, Jeremy. And we will find out in about 6 minutes and 22 seconds. I will let you know. Apologies, I don't know that in advance. As we see, I think Santos here not invalidating, but he's down about 0.3. Nobody improving too much besides Professor Chronotis here. So he's a bit out of that turbulent air from the car in front. We can hop on board with him now, the 42 in Sector 3. Getting on the hammer nice and early there. Gaining massively, actually. In fact, Professor Chronotis might be a sleeper to potentially take a podium here. That is something I would not have expected at the beginning of this, but here we are. Are we going to see it as he comes through the final corners? Now he's a bit deep, though. Gets it stopped in time, but that's going to compromise some speed. Keeps it even, though.
I think we're lagging.
What is?
You are.
In Discord?
I think.
Everything looks good on the stream end, so it's the Discord end. I think that's just for you, Lizzie. I'm not sure what to do on that one.
No, it's fine.
The guys in the truck are really lacking on that tonight. Jace Wright with a nice time as well. Chronotis, though, up to P2. Comes into the pits, quickly back out. 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Needs to be careful to not get in the way, though, of anyone here, as that pit exit spits you right into the racing line. He does manage to keep out of the way, though. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy, for confirming. Yeah, we're all good on the stream end.
Good.
Holy smokes, Porshikov. My goodness, this is going to be an absolute rapid time here as we're coming into Sector 3 just now, and there's still time to gain here for Porshikov. Let's just watch excellence unfold right here as we're heading in through the penultimate corner. I did go for a little bit of a downshift, actually. That was uncharacteristic, I feel. He does get back onto it. Oh, cuts the grass just for a moment. Comes across the line, keeps it valid, though, and a new fastest lap into the 34s. I don't think anyone here has a response to that as it stands. We're seeing Jace Wright 4/10 actually as it stands. And gaining, though, but not too many corners to gain on. And did we just...
What?
Did we have Zandvoort in the rookie series? I'm trying to think.
We did. We did have Zandvoort in the rookies. We did.
How did you feel on drive? Of course, Lizzie Alisea, a driver in the rookie series. How did you feel on driving this track, Lizzie, in the GT4s? Was it... Because I know in the GT, I have quite a bit of experience. It's one of my actual favorite tracks to drive in GT3s, but not too much in GT4s. I'm just curious, how is it from the driving perspective, especially in this new update?
Well, I haven't driven GT3s a lot. I think at the beginning when I tried ACC, I had a few tries on the Porsche and the Aston, but not quite long enough. But this track is not as easy as you think. I mean, it's a faster track, but I feel like when I started driving it, it was difficult at the beginning, but I think after I got the hang of it, I was flowing on it.
It's a very flowing track. This isn't a track, the corners come at you so thick and so fast that you can't drive on reactions here. Once you know, you need to know the corners. As we unfortunately saw Sergey, who was on a flyer of a lap there, invalidate through the hairpin. That's going to really devastate him there. He's going to get one more try at it, which most of these drivers will as well.
Oh, somebody got disqualified?
Potentially for... Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe out on track during the... my only assumption would be improper procedures for qualifying.
It was cooler, I think it was.
Unfortunately, the rules for qualifying are at the 10-minute mark, the virtual checkered flag falls for the GT4s, and if you start a lap after that time, you will be... If you start a lap and finish it, you will be disqualified.
See, Tropical, for me, driving here with a Jannetta, it was comfortable because I feel like since the Jannetta is a really good car for turns, like it turns really good, I think as long as you have control when you're turning, you should be fine.
Yeah, I feel like the Ginetta should be an absolute specialty here, especially on the straight, because it's not much of a straight.
Yeah.
Of course, that
As
being...
long as you keep control of the wheel, you'll be fine. But since it's bet off on the controller, I don't know how he's gonna do it. He's
Yeah.
driving the Ginetta tonight.
Yeah, of course, Tropical the Dragon, Benjamin Biddulph, and yeah, he's a controller aficionado himself. We have as well down here, we have Arda Sealink, a Turkish driver. Name new to the Trackless community. Really awesome to see the new people showing up here. A little bit of lag there, unfortunately, but I think that lap time is not being affected as a result, as we see Arda here, or Arda, excuse me, Arda coming through shy of lock now, nice and controlled. Currently 2 seconds off the time. Check back in later. Even with their delta as it stands, we do have an improvement here. The next valid lap to be completed here, the number 15 of Melih, another Turkish driver. On the same team, actually. Yilmaz, I'm assuming? I think that's Melih.
Which one?
Melih Yilmaz?
Yilmaz? Is it? Let me see. Well, if I read it in Spanish, it's Yilmaz, but I don't know. Yilmaz?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm unsure. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the Turkish language, unfortunately. Sealink comes across the line, 5/10 improvement, and brings our qualifying to a close. Gains a couple positions as a result. Also, welcome Huff, welcome. I don't know what the second word is, but hello. Holy brightness.
Yes. Good luck to everybody tonight, especially the new girls.
Not biased at all from our commentator in the booth, of course. We have to change our settings back, of course, as we have a day race. Ah, look at that. We have Bloom again. Lovely. Yes.
Yep.
Welcome everyone in chat, of course. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream as we have... That's hello, brother, in Turkish. I love it. That is, I love it. I love it. Oh my. As every single one of these is not correct, which is lovely. All right.
You want me to share my screen? To put it up there?
If you would like, yeah, go right ahead. That'd be awesome. But starting here, we're going to meet our drivers, start the funky beats. Or starting here in P1 is going to be Andrei Porshikov, the Ferrari driver. Number 696 on pole position. Next to him is going to be Rogero Santos taking the first row there, the 177 car. It's a Ferrari lockout. Sergei Krasnov in P3. In the Audi, which is very interesting to see. I haven't seen too many Audis lately. In fact, the only one on the grid tonight for the GT3 is up in P3. CJ Engine, 4th fastest, the number 5 car next to Jace Wright in 5th. Juan Kairos is going to be, of course, 6th fastest. Next to him will be Professor Chronotis in 7th, the number 42. After that, we have... I misclicked. We have Devin Anthony in P8, the number 664 in the RR Ferrari 296 purple, which is somewhat purple. Arja Selik in P9, the Turkish driver, next to John Hawley in the Temptations. Next to him, of course, Will Brunner, number 98 car in P11, next to Alex Andre Afonso back on the grid for us. David Collins, the Noobs R Us driver, will be starting in P13, next to Alex Martin. Alex Martin in P14. Melih Yilmaz in P15, next to Carlos Guzman in 16th. Other Noobs R Us McLaren here in P17, the number 84, next to Adam King in P18. Jason Provolone bringing out the back of the field for the GT3s in 19th. Starting out our top 20 is going to be Justin Beachley in P1 for the GT4s, next to Mike Burkov in P2. Jacob Cunningham, third fastest, next to DeMarcus Rogers in fourth. Reggie King, fifth fastest, next to Jacob Church, who managed to secure a P6. Jason Naubert, the Noobs R Us driver, in seventh, next to Colin Sugg in P8. I'm going to lose track of these really quick. DeMarcus Rogers, ninth fastest, Benjamin Biddulph in 10th, Monica Griffith in P11, next to Zane Bliskett in 12th, David Alessia in P13, next to Coda Dumont in P33, Alex Ishii in P34, Jaeger Carew in P35, Tanner Masters in 36th, Kevin Yu in 37th, and James Fuller in P38, starting in the pits. I tried to get through it without messing up the numbers, but I did.
Yes, all of a sudden at the end of the qualifying, there were like 3 more cars in the track.
Some late joiners coming in, but love to see them anyways. And thank you very much, Diesel, for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, and Jason snuck in. Awesome. And welcome, Doinks44. OG Doinks44. What a name. Yes. Hope everyone is ready here. We have a 2.6 mile out lap here at Zandvoort. Once again, 14 corners to round. It's a very tight track, hard to overtake. And we're going to see a lot of overtaking tonight as a result of this mixed class action. Like I say, these GT3s will be catching up rapidly. Lizzie, what are you looking forward to here tonight?
Well, I'm gonna learn from this between the GT3s and GT4s. Which one is better? Because a lot of people prefer the GT3s over the GT4s.
I think better
So
is
I
all
heard.
subjective, though. GT3s tend to be the more popular of the two cars, but the GT4s are just something else, honestly. Extremely fun to drive. You love to see it, especially here with other GT3s on class. And like I say, this is going to be a nightmare for some, but a dream for others. And we're going to see it all unfold here as we line up 2x2 Noah's Ark formation, coming on to the final few corners now. Got Andrea Porshikov. Andre. I keep saying, I apologize, Andre. Andre Porshikov in P1. Next to Rogério Santos, the Brazilian, in P2 as we get ready here. Lined up 2x2 formation. Getting ready. I'm Mike Noss in the booth. Next to me, of course, is going to be Lizzie Alicea, as Andre Porshikov has to worry about next to him. Rogério Santos is we're green in Zandvoort. It's a smashing start for Andre as he is away and Rogério is plummeting. He's already been overtaken by Sergey into the T1, and it's a massive sender on the outside for the Ferrari. We see Sergey trying to make that ground back up. We're 3 abreast, though. Coming into Jace Wright makes contact, and the Audi is round and in the worst possible location. He manages to make it off the track. Everybody else is through, but it's absolute carnage coming into the third turn complex now. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? As everybody managing to make it back on track, they need to be extremely careful with the rejoins, as everybody has been so far. Will Prunner has made up a good bit of ground. He is going to be very happy, as of a lot of drivers.
Going off the tracks.
Oh my goodness, there's more.
Yep. Right after the semi-straight. I think everybody's so eager to overtake so quickly.
Lizzie, did you share your screens?
Go. Yes, I did.
That's weird. The guys in the truck have to work dubiously. But we see side-by-side action from Alex Martin here and Carlos Guzman. Carlos Guzman manages to get by for now in the ASP AMG. He is thoroughly through. Alex Martin needs to be careful as well from Adam King behind. In terms of the GT4s, we have DeMarcus Rogers up on pole position. There was absolute carnage and chaos in the GT4s. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get to see that unfold. Might be able to go back for a race checkup later. 75-minute race, of course, on the clock as it stands, and everybody driving it like it's a 20-minute sprint.
I know. There's so many cars that you cannot even know which one to watch. There's so many stuff going on everywhere.
Lizzie, I don't think you're live.
No?
No.
I did.
Hydrate, Mike. It's going to be a long race. Sharpenberry, welcome. I can't hydrate right now as we have side-by-side action from Andre Alex Afonso and Yilmaz. Yilmaz currently managing to hold that position. He's up 7 positions from where he started, making gains on the carnage. We have some massive losers throughout here, unfortunately. But as it stands, Yilmaz and most of these drivers, they just need to keep their head on their shoulders. David Collins in particular, my goodness, he started in P13. He's up 7 positions. The Noobs R Us guys are going to be just standing on the edge of their seat here. But it's a 75-minute race. Some of those guys are a little out of position, and they're going to make their way back through the field. We also have Noobs R Us driver of Casey Swansea getting it done as well up into P10. As it stands, Andrei Porshikov leading over Juan Kairos by 3 seconds. I think Juan Kairos just made a bit of a mistake. Juan Kairos, though, up to P2. So we have a Brazilian driver taking the place of the other one.
I'm sorry. You know what is going on? It says you cannot launch activities on this channel. That's why I cannot share my screen.
I can fix that. Guys in the truck.
Yeah, they don't want me to have access to anything.
It's okay. You should now be able to. Lovely.
There we go. Oh, some contact there from Casey and Yilmaz. Is the yellow one? Yep. They had a little bump there in the turn.
As the guys in the truck sort out the audio. We're good. And Lizzie, could you also go into blank HUD, please?
What do you mean?
On your... sorry, guys, we're doing this live. On your race control, there should be a HUD option to go blank. If you can't find that, that is okay.
You mean HUD. Oh. Oh, my controller?
No, it's okay. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. We're all good. We're in
because I use the wheel. I don't use controllers. Remember?
Okay. There's a bit of contact, some bumping and banging here. I think that was Carlos Guzman getting his elbows out as he makes his way by Devin Anthony there. We also have Adam King leading... Well, not leading the charge, excuse me. Adam King is right behind Yilmaz, who's leading this charge. Jace Wright a second ahead of them as well. Oh my, that's an Aston Martin off. That's Adam King, who's about to get overtaken by every car on the planet, basically. Gets swamped through the field. We need to focus on some GT4 action, though. I need to remember that. Apologies.
That's going to be so hard to me to know which one are the GT4s.
There should be a little indicator on your race control. But also on the top, on the left, actually, that's a great point. On the left, you can make the difference out by seeing next to their names that gray box with a blue stripe. That indicates they're in a GT4. If they have a white box, they are in a GT3.
Good to know.
Mike Burkov chasing down to Marcus Rogers. This is for the lead of the GT4s. We'll see if that changes. We also have Demetrius Rogers. Oh my, okay. Demetrius Rogers as well down here. I have no idea if they're related or not. Full onboard lap. We also had the full onboard lap as well from Jeremy Cubbage. So Sparrows, I'll do yours second, as we have a full onboard lap of David Alessi. Oh my goodness, but there's so much going on right now. Jason Nauber is actually chasing down Colin Sugg. Oh, we have 2 onboard laps for David. All right, we'll work those in throughout the stream. When the time is right and somebody reminds me or I remember suddenly. Oh, the Porsche closing in on the bumper there. The McLaren massively, as he almost finds the little bit of paint there from the McLaren of Tanner Masters, but Tanner holding on to that and managing to continue on for now. David Alicea is currently on his own right now. Looks like he actually maybe had a bit of an incident, as that is a very wounded Alpine, unfortunately. So getting caught up in that early action. Like I say, we'll tune in with him a little bit later. Changers to Collins? Yeah, sure, we can do that. That's not a problem. As David Collins is currently in the thick of it. So why don't we hop on board with him, as he is looking at every which way. But if he goes for a send in shy of lock, oh my goodness, that can end in disaster. As he's gained back into Masters' corner, you see the puff of fire squirting out from the exhaust there of the McLaren. Needs to be careful behind, though. So we also have Alex Afonso joining the party. Oh my, as Lizzie is seeing some contact unfolding.
Yep, it was Ishii. It was in between like 4 cars, but he just tried to overtake like everybody, like 3 cars and a turn. Like in the first turn, I think it was, in front of my ticket. And oh my god, but no biggie. Everybody else kept going.
And Snoopy with a very valid point there. D. Rogers number 47 and D. Rogers number 48. Related or small world, nobody knows. We'll keep that one a mystery, but you got a valid point. Let's just say that. David Collins did manage to secure the over... No, he didn't. Wait, did he? No, he's still chasing Will Brunner. Excuse me. We'll stick with him, though, for now, as... a little bit more, but I think he has found a bit of comfort behind Will Brunner for now. Will lapping 138.1. Actually, David with a 138.78, so definitely with the quicker laps here. But it's just so hard to pick your corners here to overtake. There's really only 2 opportunities, and it is not here. T1 being the best into Tarzan. You might be able to make it happen into the back chicane as well, but you got to be very bold and be ready to get your elbows out. It's Collins. This is going to continue on for now. We'll check in now with Carlos Guzman and Casey Swanseeger. Carlos Guzman makes contact, and he is round as he was looking to make the move on the inside of Casey, but that was just a little overly ambitious. He rejoins the track a little unsafely, but manages to stay out of some action. Okay, and rejoins very quickly as well. We go back and catch that action. That's the question, as we're coming in now. Get a higher...
Oh my god.
Ooh, and actually there. Some might call that justice. Carlos ends up stranded, unfortunately, for him.
Yes, Casey is driving a GT3.
So we take a look here at Sergey Krasnov, who started in P3, making up a position. What an overtake! My goodness, as we're still, this is a momentary 3 wide there. We're going to stay side by side into the turn complex. I want to go back and watch that. Look at this send here. Oh my. He almost lost it. He actually didn't get it done. Wait a second. Nothing happened. No, he did. He made up the position. That was that was such a crazy... I couldn't even process what was happening. Some incredible racing going on here.
There's an overtake right there from number 3. Took the P2 right now. They just passed him on the straight.
We have Alex Afonso here getting by David Alicea. We approach the lap traffic. Let's pull up the relative board, if I can. Can see there up in the top left now who is racing who, as it's going to get a bit confusing. We're going to see blue dots on the right map overlapping with white dots. What has happened here with Jacob Church? Ooh, actually, Jacob Church seems to have disconnected potentially. And yep, he has disconnected, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, there is a car stranded in the middle of the road and you cannot park there, sir. Who was that? That was Will Brunner. What has Will Brunner managed to get himself into? Oh, as he clatters the barrier. We're just catching the tail end of that, unfortunately. Oof. Well, John Hall, everybody... Oh, man, the Noobs R Us car clipping it. Oh, the Lamborghini.
Oh, my God.
What a... Oh, and he rejoins very safely, actually. That Lamborghini driver is going to need a new change of pants. I have no doubt about that. Who was that?
That Brunner, he crashed again. He just went straight to the pits. That 98 car.
That probably would have been the better thing for him to do, yes. Now that you mention it. Yeah, just... returning to garage. We do allow return to garage at any time. It would have been the safer thing to do, especially here at Zandvoort. Luckily, nobody coming off too worse for wear. It's Arda here. Gaining. Oh, and he's going to make the opportunity happen with the lap traffic, who's also a GT4. Wait, that's GT4 racing, though. See, this is where it gets confusing, folks. No, that was position. Yeah, that was P... He just took P2. Holy smokes. See this? Okay. Can we go back and catch that? I don't know if we can. As we
Selleck? Yeah, there's been between, a battle between P2 and P3 for a while. Kyrus overtook Selleck before, and now Selleck overtook him again.
My goodness. What a send. Using the lap traffic to his advantage there. As I would imagine that battle is going to continue for quite some time. Sergey in P8. Oh, no longer. That was a big mistake, as Devin Anthony as well getting involved in. Was that? Oh, my. It is? Okay, that's going to take some brain reprogramming. Give me a second on... Oh, as they did. Yeah, they did make contact there. Devin Anthony as well as... yeah. Who was one of the GT3s there? Lamborghini there of Jace Wright, side by side with an Aston Martin. That's a GT4. See the blue flags being waved. Juan Kyrus, though, as the lap traffic continues, he has more and more of an opportunity to gain. And the C in Selleck is pronounced like a G.
Like Jellic?
Jellic? That is...
Or Helic. Oh, Helic like Jellic.
I think
Jellic?
Jellic?
And Jellic or Helic?
Gel sounds French, so I don't...
Jellic? Like gel?
Yeah,
soft gel, like...
Yeah. Thank you, Thomas Snoopy. Is it a soft G or is it a hard G? Yeah.
Yeah, because some people call it hell
the
or
McLaren. The McLaren. Oh my goodness, the brain's everywhere now. The McLaren has hit the barrier. I think that was through no one else's fault but their own. Let's see, actually, hold on.
Like Jellic?
Or Gellick. A hard G would be Gellick.
Gellick?
Yeah. Oh! Clatters. Yeah, that was a hard hit on the barrier.
Yep.
No, we didn't get the David on board yet. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jason Provolone down here battling with Jaeger Carew. And not battling anymore. Gets by. That was for position, but in different class. Actually, Jason Provolone has just come out of the pits. Yes, checking in with David Alicea. He's gaining on Colin Sugg. Last lap, about a second and a half faster than Colin. David in the wounded Alpine, yet to take his pit stop. Looking to potentially make that stop. Ideally halfway through the 75 minutes is when you're definitely going to be... Ooh, you can see that causing a bit of oversteer there. And David very, very conservative into that final corner. I know he's got that wounded Alpine, but with the downforce there, even still, you can send it. I know the GT4 is lacking it, but in terms of that Alpine is a very, very grippy car. Into Tarzan. Nice, rides the apex. On the throttle, slightly late. Has a GT3 approaching in the rear view. Needs to be careful of that. Be aware of it. As this isn't the best spot for Provolone to catch. Provolone is going to be... It's going to be really tricky unless David here lets him by on exit, which it looks like he is. Okay. David going to let him by, as if you get up to speed, it becomes near impossible very dangerous to overtake the GT4 in those conditions, but comes through. Oh, loads of understeer onto the gravel. Oh, recovers though. And David battling that Alpine more than he's battling anyone else on track, that's for sure.
And Yilmaz again on the pits.
Yeah.
I guess something happened that we missed.
No, we
on the pits.
We caught that one, unfortunately. Yilmaz clattered the barrier. Whoa, what a send there down the inside. Of course, that was the GT3 on the GT4. You need to have that confidence. Welcome, washed up squid. TJ washed. Oh my goodness. Bit of a mistake there for a P7. Ends up in the gravel. Doesn't make contact with anyone, but Benjamin Biddulph almost gets impeded. Has Zane Blisket right on the diffuser though. Zane making a very ambitious move, but that's only because Biddulph is washing way too wide here and giving the line there to Zane Blisket, and Zane makes easy opportunity and takes that position almost like that was a GT3 on a GT4 in that section. That certainly was quite the overtake there. As actually, I looked away for a second. What happened? We go back and check it out. Oh, car rejoining. Spooked him. The car rejoining spooked him. He lifts off the throttle too much, and Zane Blisket, with a full-on confidence, he says, oh, when in doubt, flat out, yes, sir. And Zane actually makes up a position on Benjamin Biddulph, or rather back onto it, and gains on Alex Ishii, almost getting the position there. But what is this clump of GT3s and GT4s? This is absolute mayhem and carnage, as I think the Helicam is going to do this justice. That is, of course, an out-of-class overtake happening there. The Ferrari on the inside, the McLaren as well on the inside. Great driving from Zane Blisket to just use that outside line and allow those GT3 cars to make ease of their racing line. That way they don't lose any time either. But oh my, this is where everything concertinas. And that is a battle for P12. P12.
Oh, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. Oh my God!
I tabbed off, of course.
I just jumped to Guzman, King, Adam King and Engine. Just, oh my God. What a mess.
It's on that exit here. We see them. What went wrong? The GT4 is what went wrong. Not the GT. It wasn't. To be fair, there.
Oh God.
I made it sound like that was the GT4's fault. The GT4 there was completely innocent. That unfortunately was 100% on Carlos Guzman. I'm not a steward, but I have eyes on that one, unfortunately. I don't want to be rude, but that was very, very not the moment to go for that. Yeah, just on a part of the track that was bound to happen, and really, really unfortunate for that GT4, who, I'm actually not even sure who that was. I think that was Jaeger.
Notice just went to the pits.
It's Jaeger Carew there. That was more than self-inflicted. That inflicted casualties onto others, and that's where it's not acceptable. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest showing there from Carlos, unfortunately, I think. And once again, just my opinion. CJ Engine, though, in P11. He's down 7 positions, started in 4th, so has the pace to make up the place. But can he do it? He's gaining in Scheivlock here. He French fried when you should have pizza. I think that's probably the best way of describing that. Thank you. Yes, that is more or less exactly what happened there.
We got a couple of pet stops. We got T Masters, Professor Canutes, and Guzman on the pits.
BJ Engine does get by Alex Martin. I don't think Alex was fighting that too hard. Pizza or burgers? Now that's a pretty good question, Sparrow, but it's all in the mood, you know? It depends. I guess in general, probably pizza. Reggie King there losing out of position.
No, for me would be burgers.
It really, I think that's you're comparing apples to oranges on that one, you know? Which now
if I'm craving some meat, I don't want pizza. So.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Coke or Pepsi? Coke. For me.
But Pepsi is fine. I'm not an elitist or anything.
Well, I'm just saying if they don't have Coke, well, I guess I'll get Pepsi, but Coke is Coke.
I will not even bat an eyelash at a Pepsi, quite frankly.
Yes or no, Jeremy? No.
I'm definitely a no man myself. Oh my goodness, Devin Anthony trying to make the overtake. Adam King is going to try to say no. Actually, that's Justin Beachley on the inside. But Adam King here in that Aston Martin needs to be very careful. They did navigate that lap traffic very well. It's Justin Beachley in a battle. It's so hard to keep up with the battles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's so much going on track. I see that Vic Collins cutting up with oh my god, with the P1, 2, and 3, like.
I was about to say Carlos Guzman making the overtake on Beachley like he's in a different class. Haha, and he is. Nonetheless, Demetrius Rogers just got overtaken there by a GT3. Carlos Guzman here making up his ground after that error.
Oh, Professor Canutes out of the pits.
Now, Canutes going for a very interesting strategy here. This undercut strategy allows him to be in clean air for a very long time, which allows him to set some very good paces. Now, he was in P5 before he came into the pits around Alex Afonso, and as it stands, he's lapping 37.3s when Alex Afonso was lapping 38.1s. And that is going to add up. David Collins, 37.9. So Canutes is looking really good with this undercut strategy. He just needs to hold on to his tires. We see Alex Afonso, as we speak, battling it out for P5. He's holding on for now, but Sergey on the charge. What can Krasnov do?
Seems like Devin Anthony overtook Adam King.
It's a bottle, Squid, not a cup. Thank you. Cheese Gang, welcome. Jaeger Carew, oh no, his race has gone from bad to worse. Demoralized by the first incident, which once again, no fault of his own. Ends up stranded off to the side there. Hate to see it. Mike Burkov has actually taken the lead of this race. Did DeMarcus make a mistake? Casey Swanseeger actually just got overtaken, I think, by CJ Engine, or this battle is unfolding before our eyes, one of the two. We also have the battle between Jace Wright. This one is unfolding between John Hawley and Jace Wright. The Lamborghini versus the Porsche. A very tricky to overtake sector here. You can see Jace Wright, of course, the controller king. Has to take it very easy through Masters into turn 9. Oh, the gap is there, but the speed isn't. Be a very ambitious send through here. As my wrist's hurting just watching the
I know.
controller drive. And washed. I think a cup is a cup and a bottle is a bottle. I think they're two completely different things. Why? I don't know. But because I said so, that's why. Zane Blisket down here. Was Zane Blisket the one that got caught up? I didn't realize there were two Assetto Hornet or Ascot Hornets out there. That might have actually been Zane Blisket that got caught up in that earlier incident. Apologies if it was, as it looks like Zane Blisket has been in an incident when Jaeger hasn't. Adam King in the pits, making his mandatory stop. Sergey here trying to get the position back onto Andre.
Assetto Hornets.
Look. I saw AS and my brain just filled in the rest, okay?
See Provolone cutting up. Overtook a couple of cars back there.
We're just gonna
Oh, there we go.
yoink that. Lovely. Mike Burkov has lost the position to Carlos Guzman because Carlos Guzman's in a GT3. He is still in the lead of this race. Alex Ishii here in a GT4. Getting overtaken by a GT3. Monica Griffith has just potentially had an incident, or out of the pit. Out of the pits is Monica Griffith. How's it going, Eric? Going very well.
Eric.
Eric the Boss Kakas, of course, is Jace Wright side by side here with John Hawley as they head into the third corner. Yes, oh, lots of curb taken there, and actually Jace gonna have to yield after that, unfortunately. I'm being mean? Was I being mean? Oh, because I'm bullying him about a cup's a water bottle. Or a cup isn't a water bottle. Yeah, fair enough. Cronota's still in the 137s. It's definitely something to be said when the people around him were in 138 set. Snoopy, full onboard lap. Wow. David Collins there navigating traffic only just. TJ makes the time rough for himself. So, is it really me? That's the question. Have to cut my pay? Is that my food? Oh no, he's cutting my food in the basement in half. Guys, this is what happens. And Jace Wright going for the overtake on John Hawley once again. And John Hawley for the potential switchback. He sticks with him, but not going to happen. Santos is behind them a lap down, unfortunately. And a provolone. Wait. Who's the full on-board lap for, Snoopy? Oh, Jace Wright. There we go. I see. Your name is literally highlighted. We'll take a look at Jace Wright, and then after that, we'll take a look at Jace Wright. Okay, if you guys want 2 on-board laps of Jace Wright, that's fine. If one of you guys wants to change, that's also fine. Up to you. Either way doesn't bother me. Where's Jace Wright? That is the question.
He's on P7.
Thank you. It's not whomever I wish. That's not the point of the full onboard lap. Come on, Snoopy. That's not how this works around here. You make the choice. Oh boy. Jace Wright having to make a bit of a correction mid-corner there. Onto the start-finish straight we go. Jace Wright heading into Tarzan to begin lap 21. 41 minutes, 39 seconds left to go as he barrels into Tarzan. The wheel absolutely everywhere. Oh, the Camaro is about to become a chicane in the middle of a hairpin. That is never good. Luckily, Rogers manages to gain control of that car. Right. Gonna have a slight skid mark, not where he hit the brakes, but in his pants. Coming now through Shivlock. The first turn really called Tarzan? Yes, it is. Controller player? This just looks like... Yes. Are you telling me, Bacon? Flippin' Bacon? Are you telling me that your wrists can't do this?
No. You will break your arm trying to do those things they do on the controller. It's insane. You will end up with an injury, that's for sure.
Welcome, Casey. Casey Shooty. Awesome guy, welcome. That's direct injury. Yeah. Whoa, yellow flag on the track for Mike Burkov, who is exiting the pits. Nothing to be worried about. Great. Mike Burkov no longer leading this race. He has given the race to DeMarcus Rogers and popped out in front of, who I presume is his brother, Demetrius Rogers. Oh, the skid mark analogy? Yes. Appreciate it. Alex Afonso has Benjamin Bidoff to contend with in lap traffic, but after that is going to be David Collins. Is Bidoff a Noobs R Us driver? No, not yet, or not?
No, not. I haven't heard anything of him wanting to become a noob, so I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if he hasn't talked to the tip principal, so cannot say any comments about it because I don't know nothing.
You heard the unconfirmed rumors over at Noobs R Us. Of course, it is silly season over there. Cote Dumas has managed to get by David Actually, no, he's behind Kevin Yu now. Excuse me.
Well, we just went to the pits.
David making a second pit stop. No, he hasn't made a pit stop yet. This is his first pit
No,
stop.
no, no.
Okay.
Yes.
But not in the worst position then. He still has others around him that need to make their stop.
Yeah, David Collins making his pit stop too.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think it's time.
Is this factual lore, Jeremy?
Oh, they need to do all the teammates have to do the pit stop at the same time.
Am I gonna get in trouble for spreading these rumors?
Oh my god. Arch enemies? I don't think so.
Ooh, David Alisea picking up a drive-through penalty. Speeding in the pits.
No, David. Well, it happens.
How do you make ACC show relatives in spectator mode? Well, assuming you're on PC, I use a thing called ACC TV, which is a paid-for program. But anyone out there looking to potentially do that in the broadcasting, you can always get race control, which will allow you to switch through all of the different broadcasting pages. That is how I do all of my little shenanigans, and how we did it before ACC TV.
Oh, Mike Burkhoff just overtook Bidoff.
No problem, brother or sister. More knowledge dropping, take it easy now. I know, my brain's doing more thinking than it should be. Of course, if anyone does have any questions about ACC or otherwise, now is a great time to drop them, as the action is coming to somewhat of a lull as we get into that pit stop phase where drivers are out. We have about the first 9 drivers who have not made the pit stop, and after that, pretty much all the GT3s behind that have made their pit stop, and Sergey currently doing that. And the GT4s in a very similar boat. Awesome, thank you. Appreciate that. Position change for P2 as Gelik is in. I need to Google that one. As we're doing this on the spot, of course. Okay.
Chelik.
Chelik?
Yeah, it seems like
It's
a lot of
Chelik. Is Chelik?
pit stops going on now.
Alright, you guys heard it on the stream there. It's Chelik. We're going with what Google said on that one. That's just
Chelik?
Chelik.
Shelik, but it doesn't have an H. It's just, I don't know.
It's Lizzie. We're just rolling with it, okay?
Okay, with Shelik. We go with Shelik then.
Chell, as in a cello. Oh, that's
Oh,
going to be
just-
tough for you to say, isn't it, though?
Well, because in Spanish, you know, we have
Yeah.
the CH
Yeah, that's not going to
in
be...
our vocabulary, so
See, this is
Yes.
why languages are really fun, everybody.
yep.
Ooh, this is a position. Oh, it's a on the grass pass attempt, but he overcooked it. Chelik, a little too ambitious there. My goodness, we got to go back and watch that again. Let's see that from on board here. As we're following along with Chelik, he sees a gap that is not there, goes for it. Martin, I think it's Martin, not Martine. I think Martin manages to see that, gets out of the way, and Chelik ends up in the grass. And Chelik, though, is finally through. Makes a clean
Yep.
overtake through turn 9.
Commentator curse.
Up to 49.
Yep.
Provi is a legend now for... He's in the M6? I didn't even notice that. Carlos Guzman is facing the incorrect direction in the gravel trap. What has happened here? Is there contact involved? It does not look like it. As we're heading towards Shivelock now. Oh, the back end just steps away, tries to catch it, and it grips up and goes for a violent tank slapper, sends him off into the gravel. That's a very easy mistake to make. Casey? I think there's multiple Caseys in here. Is Andrew... Wait, hold on. Let me just double check. Is there first before I say that? Well, I've already said it. But... No,
yeah, I think it's Casey Swanseger.
It is only Casey Swanseger. Okay, Andrew Casey is not in this race.
Yeah.
Casey's up in a really good position right now, up in P4 actually. Hasn't pit yet. We'll check in with him in a second as Mike Burkov is trying to make his way back through the GT4 field, has Zane Blisket to contend with, who has damage and still needs to make their pit stop. We are over halfway through this race. Oh, we're 3 wide! And we're 3 wide again! Holy smokes. Those GT3s wasting no time.
And flashing the lights right there.
As being a GT4, that is sometimes the nature of driving a slower car, is you get bullied quite a bit, especially on this track. But wow, as we check in with the GT4s, who's actually battling with the M6 here, who I was about to check in, a Provolone. As he's way too deep, oh my goodness. The M6 proving a little bit too much there for Jason Provolone. Yes, close but clean. Very much, yes. It may have been Shelik. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, there's 2 blue cars. They look almost the same.
Provolone really struggling. I wonder if his tires have fallen off the cliff. As grip is very minimal for Provolone. I'd presume we see him. He's already made his pit stop, though. I wonder if he just didn't change tires. M6 absolutely brutal on it. Why don't we check in, though, with Casey Swanseger, who's just started their lap. We pop on board with them here, heading now into the 3rd corner. Corner that I definitely cannot pronounce. Accelerating on to the not-so-straight here at Zandvoort. As we head towards the infamous Shivelock here. Very easy. You've seen a couple cars to make a mistake there. But nice and tidy for Casey as we head into Masters. Little correction on the wheel mid-corner. Getting on the throttle, though, very nicely. Dips down into 1st. Little deep onto the apex. Gets back on the throttle, though. Heading now into the hairpin. Nice rotation on exit there. He heads into another hairpin. Hairpin chicane, however you want to call it. It's kind of both. Into the penultimate corner. Down into 2nd. Maybe a little bit hesitant. Definitely a few more tenths there for Casey. Big lift of the throttle through the final corner as he's coming into the pits. Very, very conservative pit entry. Casey Swanseger definitely not wanting to pick up a speeding in the pits, and that actually may have cost him a position. We'll see when he comes out. How much time left in the race? We are currently sitting here with 29 minutes exactly left in this race. You can check that up in the top. I know it's kind of hard to see if you are on mobile. Currently, a little overview of this race. Leading it is going to be Andre Alex Afonso, as it stands, who is yet to pit. After the pit stop phase, though, we will have Andrei Porshikov, who was leading this race from the start in P1. He is the fastest lap, pole position. He's looking to send it with an absolute lockout tonight as it stands, barring any mistakes. Juan Kairos in P3. Of course, mistakes can happen at any second, and there are 28 minutes left. There's a bit of a mistake there for that GT4. Yeah, Jaeger Karu. Oh, and he actually found the barrier. Rather unfortunate there in a very, very sketchy spot. He'll have a good chance to rejoin here once this 95 goes by. Puts it right onto track. Very, very respectful and safe rejoin from Jaeger there. Actually, have almost, as he actually didn't even rejoin after that. I would almost say that's almost too safe of a rejoin. He is in P last, though, so fair enough. But he definitely had a window of opportunity to rejoin that track. But, you know, that's respect. It's a very, very safe rejoin. It's better to be safe than sorry, that's for sure, rather to end someone else's race.
It's insane how this mixed races makes it all interesting because there's always battles in every corner. GT3s, GT4s, GT3s, and GT4s trying to overcome, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and Casey just kind of caught sleeping there on the exit. Santos just blows by him. Not sure what that was about. But Casey, yeah, losing so much time there with that pit entry cost him to Rajiro here. Ooh, Jace Wright side by side there momentarily. I think that's with Professor Chronotis. Who is that in front of him? I think that's actually, pull up the relatives. That is Professor Chronotis. Oh, okay, Professor Chronotis also has a similar car to the other McLaren. Interesting. What level are these drivers? We have varying skill levels in this league. The guys up at the top, though, are extremely rapid. I'll tell you the times and let you make that decision, as we actually see some side-by-side racing here, which is also another testament of skill. You can see Professor Chronotis trying to bite at his heels, trying to make anything happen. As he's coming at him like a charging bull, but doesn't quite get it done. And Jace Wright, I think, is actually going to walk away a bit here. Chronotis making a bit of a mistake. But the times we're seeing from our leaders, fastest lap of a 136.0. Behind him, Juan Kairos, the 137.8. There's quite a large skill difference in terms of P1 and 2 for the lap times. But in general, everybody's sticking around the mid-37s for race pace. This is, of course, not quali pace. Which we will presumably, we'll almost certainly see faster laps a little bit later. And in terms of the GT4s, some pretty big names out there. Mike Burkov, a very, very fast GT4 driver. Justin Beachley are both very fast drivers in general, not just GT4. Reggie King returning. He's also extremely quick, or at least he was back in his day. He's returning to that stride slowly but surely, as we see every race he's in improving. A few others out there as well that are quite talented, no doubt. But as we say, Jacob Cunningham, here a name I'm not too familiar with. I think he's seen him in a couple races, leading the GT4 field. Yet to pit, though. Justin Beachley as well, second position, yet to pit. In terms of third for the GT4s, which we can actually pull up the GT4s. You can see third is going to be our race leader, preliminary race leader. We have him, Mike Burkov there, DeMarcus Rogers in P2, and Reggie King in P3. All of those drivers have made their pit stops and are good to go to the end of the race. Okay, nice little send there from the McLaren onto the GT4. And great respect there from Reggie King to move alongside. See Sergey in the pits, as well as Jacob Cunningham coming in to serve his stop. Side-by-side action for the GT3s, not for position, though. It's going to be Santos and Porshakov. Having a little bit of fun. And also, sorry, check up on David and Jason. David, currently sitting down in P35, has repaired that Alpine. Chasing down to Marcus Rogers, though it isn't for position. Keeping up with him, though, that is for sure. Actually lapping quicker last lap than DeMarcus Rogers. 150.3 from David, as he has definitely found pace back in that Alpine after making those repairs.
Let's go, David.
No biases here from the commentary booth. But also, you love to see it.
Yep.
We also have a bit further up, Alex Ishii making way on gaining to Monica Griffith. Second separating them as it stands. Last lap, 146.0 for Alex. This lap is going to be a 148.3. Monica Griffith with a 150.5. So the pace definitely in Alex Ishii's favor. Hello, S7 Orm. I'm assuming Storm. I just had to do the actual phonetic pronunciation. Side by side for Noobs R Us, David Collins here, along with Jace Wright. Jace Wright onto the gravel, loses the position. It's going to be P5 there for David. Come back, Jace Wright, trying to make a look onto the outside. He's going to pick up some marbles on the tires. That's going to affect his traction coming out of this corner. And that Noobs R Us car is extremely wide right now. You can see planting it in the middle of the track, giving not the slightest bit of air to Jace Wright as Jace Wright is trying to find any gap he can. He hasn't found one that he's willing to investigate just yet. Pace definitely seemingly in Jace Wright's favor. I also think I have an onboard. Wait, I forgot I have an onboard, don't I? For Casey Swansea. No, wait, did we do that? I don't even remember. Did we do that one?
Yes, we did. Okay. We did it.
But there was another one or something? I don't remember. Anyways, I think there's one floating in the air still. David Collins side by side, though, with Jace Wright. Jace Wright clips the inside curb. He isn't going to get it done here. He is trying tooth and nail to get this done. Oh, and wide goes the Noobs R Us. Actually, that's sort of the line, though. I think that's just Jace hunting as he's lining him up. He's drawing the bow back. Can he make it stick, though, as we head into
and
Tarzan?
There we go. Over to Griffin. He was so on it until he did it.
And there we go. David Collins. Oh, is he going to try to come back at him? But Jace Wright hits the curb and David Collins hits him. Minor contact. Neither driver suffering too much from that. And actually, it looks like Jace Wright is going to yield that position back as a result of his mistake. Very, very honorable there from Jace Wright. And after that bout of contact, we now see them in contention with Professor Chronotis. The number 42 has found them as well.
Let's go.
We're in Masters. They're coming up through Shivelock into Masters. Noobs R Us car with the world on his shoulders and Jace Wright on the inside. It's going to turn to the outside very quickly. John Hawley has a yellow flag behind. Not sure what that was about. Nonetheless, they continue on here. And oh my goodness, I'm just waiting. Chronotis is not one to just send it. He is a patient lad. He will stand there. He's wise.
He's waiting for a mistake and a chance to go.
And a mistake he might have just found, or at least Jace Wright thought, on David Collins. David Collins onto the grass, but he keeps ahead. This battle is absolutely incredible. We have a McLaren there approaching of Tanner Masters. That's a GT4. Everybody, though, that was the Tanner is like, oh my goodness, that couldn't have been the best. That was the perfect time for them to make that happen. Anyways, down the inside of Tarzan goes Jace Wright, and it looks like this time around he has made it stick. And I think Jace Wright is going to be able to walk away with this. As he manages to get by Monica. Oh no, he hits the barrier. He goes on to the... No! Oh my goodness, they're back side by side, but the Noobs R Us car has the GT4 in front. It's a flash of the headlights. He is desperate to get Monica out of the way, but he is so blocked. Professor Chronotis is going to try to get by because he's onto the gravel. David Collins hits the barrier and gets clobbered by Tanner Masters. Oh my goodness.
Bad. That was hell of a crash.
You couldn't have scripted that as we go back and watch that as you see the marbles there from David Collins. And oh, that collision.
Yep. Straight to the pits for David. You hate to see it.
Some other drivers definitely don't hate to see it. Casey Swanseeger being one of them, making up 2 positions as a result. Holy smokes. Chronotis as well is like...
Oh my God, Jeremy! Back to the junior team? Oh my God.
Brutal. The team principal. Oh no, Chronotis overshoots the corner. Guys, it's a GT4. Just take it easy. Come on. We still have 17 minutes and 41 seconds left to go, and it's driving like it's the last lap of the race here. Oh man, as the battles have definitely nullified on track.
Oh my God.
We did see 2 battles come to a close within 1 collision, so... As Casey Swanseeger is gaining on Alex Martin. Has to deal with Cunningham here. Cunningham, is he still leading this race? Take a look. No, he pit. That's right. Cunningham down in P22 overall. David Collins has returned to the garage. No surprise there. I would have also imagined that Tanner Masters, excuse me, has as well. Is Tanner innocent in that one? Tanner is just going to be like, wow. That because it's such a high-speed part of the track around a blind corner, and there is nothing that Tanner could have done in that situation. We see it coming through 999 of Alexandre Afonso. P2. He's rounding the gravel track with Shivlock. What has happened here? As he's approaching a back marker of a Porsche way too quickly. Manages to keep it under control. He catches the inside curb. Oh my goodness. Luckily, Alex Afonso had enough of a gap to stay ahead of Juan Cairso, but he hasn't pit yet. He hasn't pit. That's going to cost him massively. Casey Swanseeger in P11. Currently second and a bit back. Yeah, 2 seconds back. I think Alex Martin is gaining. As we see here, unfortunately, he's getting caught up with being a back marker. No, he's not. He's being a... Okay, it's a very complicated situation here. Someone is trying to unlap himself as well as he is being lapped. Oh, Vadik, I'm so sorry, Vadik. I know you asked that question earlier. Hi, I'm doing amazing as there is some incredible freaking racing going on right now. Yes, thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very well. Had a nice long day at work, but got a lot done. It was a very productive day today. Now we're here live streaming, so in front of all of you guys. So thank you guys for that. Of course, with Lizzie Alisea. Thank you, Lizzie, for joining me.
Yep. Hello, everybody. For those that tune in late. But yeah, we are here. And too much action going on the track.
Absolutely. Reggie King there, unfortunately, finding a bit of the Aramco. Didn't hit it too hard, it looks, and rejoins the track fairly comfortably. Is this league looking to be... Eric, these guys have been racing like it is the last lap for the past, well, 70 or 60 minutes. So yeah, I'd say we have some pretty good action ahead of us if this continues, yeah.
How dare you have a job?
I know, right? How dare I do my part in society and have a job? Such a shame. should quit my job and do this full time. Man, I wish, Giovanni. You want to pay me? It's Giovanni, right? It's not Giovanni, it's Giovanni. Is that right?
The Giovanni. Well, for us, it's Giovanni. Yeah.
See, for my American brain, it's Giovanni.
Oh, Giovanni, but it's not spelled Gio.
It's not, and I can see that. That's why I'm asking. I'm just my ignorant
Because
American brain.
I feel like
Lizzie.
like Giovanni sounds like more like a name, and sometimes Giovanni is like a last name.
See, I just have the issue of being an ignorant American. That's part of my problem. But it's Giovanni. That just rolls off the tongue better. So. Everybody's shaming me for having a job. My goodness. So hostile. Gotta pay my bills, guys. I gotta pay my bills. Shame on Mike. No reason needed. Thank you, Jeremy. You're too kind. Oh my goodness. Will Brunner has not had a good race. He's already made 2 pit stops, and it seems like he's found a bit of the barrier again.
And it's in Giovanni, right? It's Giovanni.
See, I think it's Giovanni. It's like, because that's just like I say, that sounds more cultured to me. And that's kind of how I base my vernacular, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I gave you guys the keys to the kingdom on that one, on how I dissect my words. Even though I don't think that's useful to anyone, because I'm not good at dissecting my words. David Collins, though, he is trying to dissect an overtake, which is for position, but out of class. As we go back to the race, segue back in.
Giovanni.
It's not G.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's not Giovanni. It's Giovanni.
Yeah. Because like I had a friend in middle school that we called Gio. You know, his name was Giovanni. But yeah, like I said, that's the American. That's just the American way of doing it. But it's Giovanni. As your last name is Adstitsiev, right? Just trying. We're seeing if that one, is that the one? Justin Beachley here gaining on Cunningham. Mike Burkhoff's still leading strong. Oh my God,
Jeremy.
Oh, Italian Jesus nickname is Gio. I don't know if I should say it like that, but I mean, it's true, so yeah, fair enough. Holy side-by-side action. This is in class, out of position side-by-side action. Jason Nauber, who is fresh on the works
Alfonso just
team.
went to the pits. Our car, 999 car.
Alex Ishii here, trying to work his magic as well. Trying to catch Reggie King, but Reggie with some very strong pace, some side-by-side action behind them there momentarily, some GT3 on GT4. It's the M6 of Jason Provolone. It ain't easy being cheesy. No, it most certainly is not. But you can hear, get nice and close to the bonnet. You can hear that engine roar in there. Jason Provolone. The Provolone fan base is going wild on Twitter as it stands. Jason Provolone, not with the greatest result though tonight, unfortunately. It's looking like a P second to last in terms of GT3s. Well, P third to last, as Will Brunner is having a bit worse of a race, unfortunately. Jace Wright, though, he is having a great race.
Well, somebody went off track. Who was that?
You know,
Those rockers.
Giovanni, you're right. You're absolutely right. David
My
Collins gets by Zane Blisket. Another out-of-class overtake, but David Collins back to, well, the back of the field of the GT3s now. Finally made his way, well, mostly. Still got a few more GT4s to navigate. That collision really set him back. Chase Wright, though, looking to make up more ground, trying to take that P4 away from Andre Alex Afonso. Isn't Italian Jesus just Jesus? Isn't that it might be an ignorant thing to say? Oh, Reggie King facing the wrong way on track in a very precarious position. What happened? What? Oh man, he spun over 20 seconds ago. He's been beached there for a while. Chase Wright still on the charge here. But I thought, like, maybe I shouldn't say that now that I think about it. We're gonna drop this topic. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna drop this subject because Stitsiev is absolutely right. Italian Jesus is Antonio Giovinazzi. Fair enough. As his hair is very reflectant of that. Reggie King did finally lose that position there to Benjamin Biddulph. Jason Nauber, oh no, that's a terrible spot. You should not be parked there, brother. He manages, oh my, he manages to rejoin safely. I think he actually, oh my, did he? Oh, he got tapped around by a GT3 car.
And he's still struggling to get back on track until now.
Oh my. Mike Patrick, welcome. A little bit late to the race. Can we restart? Yeah, let's just add another 70 minutes on the clock. Why not? CJ Engine has found John Hawley. He's found the bumper of him for now. Can he find some clean air in front of him? That's the next question. CJ Engine Works is going to be working an overtake here. Working overtime. We got 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Coming through Shivlock, gaining massively on the Porsche there. Confidence for CJ Engine. You can see what did I say? Did I say GT3s? It wouldn't surprise me if I did, but
And yes, it is, Badig. It's the mixed class series.
I guess while you mention that, and actually this, oh, I'll get to that in a second, but, or why not now? Now is as good a time as any. I suppose we have 5 minutes left to go in this race. Of course, we have other leagues here at Trackalicious. Oh, you're introducing you to the street. Thank you. Oh, you're introducing Mike. Oh my goodness. That's not confusing at all. Yes, thank you. Yes, of course. Well, I'll introduce everything because I'm going to do it anyways now. Here at Trackalicious, of course, we offer plenty of other racing. This Saturday, in fact, we have the second race of the Road to the Grand Finals, VCO Finals, of course. Nürburgring was last week. This week is going to be Zandvoort. Of course, we have our Sunday Championship as well. That's going to be on, well, Sundays. GT3s only, though. First race was this Sunday. We were at Silverstone. Next week, we are going to be at Kyalami. So that's going to be quite the thriller. Of course, I'm joined by Dominic Smedra in the booth for that one. Road to the Grand Finals, I'm joined by John Wright. And of course, our mixed class GT3, GT4, which you're watching right now. I'm joined by none other than the Lizzie Alicea. And
Let's go.
coming up, we also have, which is not mentioned on this calendar, we have the GT4 Rookie Series, going to be starting up relatively soon again. That'll be 1 week or 2 weeks from now. We'll be starting back up. It is not on SimGrid just yet, but we will have that momentarily. Voting is up for tracks if you are a Twitch supporter. If you subscribe on Twitch with Twitch Prime or otherwise, you are able to contribute, as well as you're a server contributor in the Trackalicious Discord or in any other way. You will be able to vote for the upcoming races. Of course, that series has always been voted on by you guys. Back to the action, though, as we're about to see an overtake potentially here from CJ Engine, who is on the inside of Tarzan. He has to back out, though, as he doesn't want to make it 3 wide. It's very smart. He actually has to tuck behind the Janetta momentarily. That's going to allow John Hawley to walk away just a bit more. And are we going to have a P-Cup series? Not that I am aware of. Not this time around. There might be one coming up soon. I do not have any information on that, though. Jason Provolone under threat here from Sergey. Vadik, you gotta love it. Reggie King in the GT4s trying to make the overtake happen onto Benjamin Biddulph in the Klondike, and they're both round. They had a little bit of a tap. What would you do for a Klondike bar, says Reggie King, and Benjamin Biddulph says, well, I'd like to take a bite out of that. And they make contact. There's light contact at that. Reggie King, though, down the position as a result, and down a position from Kevin Yu as well.
I feel it's so hard, the overtaking, because you have so many other cars overlapping other cars on the race.
This track doesn't help for overtaking as well. This is a very, very, one of maybe even the hardest track to get overtakes on in Assetto Corsa Competizione. So, yeah, it's you got to get your elbows out sometimes. Sometimes you can get your elbows out a little bit too much, though. We're already on the final lap. Feels like we just started about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
There are still battles unfolding on track. Reggie King hunting Kevin Yu in these final moments, trying to regain that position that he once owned. Professor Chronotis has had an off-track excursion. Not this late, Chronotis. Not like this. What has happened? So we're coming into Shivlock. Car just... Oh, my goodness. Got very upset with that curb. CJ Engine behind in P8. What is going on here? This is some lap traffic. Getting there. That was Jason Nauber, letting all of these GT3s by. Rocket GT, that's really unfortunate. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? I don't, or which was, I mean, I guess, what was your in-game name as well? Like, that might help. we might have saw it.
Yeah.
Carlos Guzman is coming into the pits. Is he out of fuel? If he's out of fuel... Oh, he was waiting for the leader to... He's out of fuel, I think. Anyways, the leader has finished the race. Andrei Porshikov takes the victory. Eric, since you're in chat, could you round up the folks in the green room? That'd be awesome. Juan Kairos. Got a little bit to go. Quite the dominant victory there for Andre, no doubt. CJ still side by side here. Well, not side by side yet, but looking to make it that way. But Juan Kairos, the Brazilian driver, to the line. manages to
Oh,
take
he
the
was the
checkered.
car that got spun on with the Aston with David Collins. Was he the
No,
one in the accident? No.
no. That was the one. I remember that one earlier. I don't unfortunately remember the names though. But yeah, the one with Masters. Oh, your Masters. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, you got annihilated by it. Yes, you're right, Lizzie. Thank you. You were correct. Oh, CJ Engine
Good
goes deep.
memory.
Goes deep. He got the overtake, but only for a second. CJ Engine fighting with John Hawley. We saw the Noobs R Us car of David Alicea dive out of the way as we come into the penultimate corner. Oh, he almost gets caught up by the GT4 of Monica Griffith, which almost costed John, but CJ not gonna get it. John Hawley comes to the line. P7. P8 there for John, or for CJ. P1 for the GT4s belongs to Mike Burkov. It's an amazing drive there from Mike. Followed up behind him will be DeMarcus Rogers, the British driver, bringing it home in P2. Behind him will be Jacob Cunningham, who still has quite a bit of the track to go. Actually, has already crossed the line, excuse me, on a cool-down lap. Who do we still need to cross the line?
Everybody crossed the line already.
Yeah, okay, we just need to roll over. Lizzie, do you want to go back to the booth soon? And Eric, not at your comp, that's all good. Anyone in, if you can round up any of these people to the green room, Andrei Porshikov, Juan Kairis, and Chelik. I don't know. They're not, I forgot to announce that earlier in the driver's briefing, but, or we could also have the GT4s of Mike Burkov, DeMarcus Rogers, and Jacob Cunningham as well. But I'm going to be honest, I'm seeing nobody. So we might have no interviews.
I guess they left.
Well, you know, just in their own Discords. It's okay. If anyone can round anyone up, but that's fine. Not many drivers in Discord. Yeah, not many drivers in Discord. Oh shoot, sorry, Lizzie.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
I put you on the spot there. Welcome back.
On purpose, I know.
It definitely wasn't, but it's okay. Yes, welcome back, everyone. Great racing. Incredible results there. Big congratulations to Andre for taking that W, as well as Mike Burkhoff for taking the W. Great job there. And other than that, yeah, I'm not seeing anyone in the Discord, so I think we're just going to have to round the stream up here. Got to find someone to raid, but big thanks to everyone in chat, and big thanks to the drivers as well for being here tonight. You guys are awesome. Absolutely love the interaction that you guys have. So, and we are going to be rating Kev John, who's driving some ACC. Can't quite tell what track he's on from the little cap, but we are going to be ending it here. So, yes, rating Kev John. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Lizzie Alicea, for being in the booth.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for having me. It was fun. And great race, everybody.
Yeah, and big thanks once again to the drivers. Congratulations, everybody, on the podium and for making it to the checkered flag. We'll see you guys next week, of course. See you guys on Saturday. That'll be the next stream for Trackalicious. So make sure you guys tune in for the road to the grand finals there. That'll be at... I don't know what time it starts. It's on SimGrid. Thank you. But yes, thank you guys. We're going to be rating. I hope everyone has a great night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in this fine world. Thank you guys.
Bye.